Cravings right here at WILI on Main Street in Willimantic. I am so excited to be here with Jess Sabine.
You got it.
I got it. Yes, I win today. But before we get into all of her good stuff, I want to just make an announcement for an event coming up on the 29th of March that I am very excited about too. It's a soup and salad, homemade pie fundraiser at the Hampton Firehouse in Hampton, Connecticut between 4 and 7 p.m. My friends from the Mennonite community are making all homemade from scratch things to raise funds for many of their worthy projects, and I plan to be there. So meet me in Hampton next week, Saturday, anytime after 4.
Or you can meet me at the Rose Room.
Oh, well, the Rose Room is, that's a good segue. That's a good segue.
Yeah.
High five.
Thanks.
All right, here we go. Let's do this then. So I'm here with, like I said, Jess Sabine. Yeah, let's say that right here. From the Rose Room. Sabine. You say potato, I say whatever. Yeah. My Facebook news feed was blowing up with all of this stuff about the Rose Room, the Rose Room, the Rose Room. It shows you how social media like kind of pounds us.
It's pretty awesome.
It is, and in a good way.
Yeah.
Because otherwise you would not be standing here.
I wouldn't be here. No.
And telling us all about your business. So give us the commercial and tell us who you are, what you have to offer, and what kind of food there is on the menu at Logi's Greenhouse.
Okay, great. Yeah. So I think it was blowing up because we just opened our location inside of Logi's Plants.
Very exciting.
Which is in Danielson at 141 North Street. If you haven't been there, you got to go there. Made even better, really, after 150 years by our little cafe inside. So we're doing specialty coffee, scratch-made pastries, and some pre-made sandwiches and salads at Logi's. There are 10 seats, so you can sit in the cafe area, or you can take your coffee to go and just walk around, find a comfy spot in the greenhouse. But this is actually our third space. So we originally opened in Webster, Mass.
That was how long ago?
We've been there since 2018. So 6 years, 6 plus.
All right.
And we do locally sourced breakfast and lunch. We're a third space for the community, so not work, not home. A place where people go when they're not at work or at home.
Oh, nice.
So that's that third space mentality. So we make all of our breads from scratch. We make all of our baked goods. We make the syrups for our coffees. All of our dairy, our meats, everything comes from local farms or farms in New England, including our fresh milled flour. And we really love that. And then we opened another space last year in Providence. So.
All right, great. So what are the hours at Logi's? Because for those of us who are in Willimantic, that's the closest.
That's the best. Logi's is seasonal, so we're going to be there January to June every year. And the greenhouse is open Wednesday through Sunday. So we're closed there on Mondays and Tuesdays. And we open Wednesday through Sunday at 9 a.m. and we close at 3 p.m.
So if people want to know like what you're serving for the day, can you find that out by going on social media or just show up and take your chances? How does that go?
So it'll be our full coffee menu, which you can find on our website, theroseroomcafe.com.
Okay.
Our social media is on Instagram, we're The Rose Room Cafe. Facebook, the same. TikTok, The Real Rose Room Cafe.
Ooh, the real. Is there a story behind the reason why you have the word real?
The Rose Room Cafe was already made.
Oh, okay, so that's why you got to do the real one. Okay, that works.
But all of our coffee menu, then a selection of our scratch-made baked goods, which are on the website as well, and then a rotating list of sandwiches. So
great. So
try your luck.
I should have given a nod at the front end to Elm Package Store for sponsoring this program.
Thank you.
And I will segue into you, like, because you gave me the idea at the beginning, Jess, to the drinks you have to offer.
Oh, great.
So, not package store drinks, but you brought some beautiful things. I'm going to hold it up so that, Matt, you can, like, kind of zoom in on this, and you can just point and tell everybody what everything is.
Yep, so we have iced chai, and that's a scratch-made chai syrup that we make with an Earl Grey base.
Scratch. You had me at scratch. All right.
We have our pistachio latte, also on ice today. We make the pistachio syrup. Something called a cranberry shrub. So in the Webster location, we have a full selection of scratch-made soda syrups.
Ooh.
And the shrub is made with a little bit of vinegar, so it's kind of a sweet and tart with fresh cranberries. And then this is one of our specials right now. It's a sparkling matcha lemonade.
Listen. Can they hear this? Can they hear this on the radio? I'm shaking the drinks up because they have ice cubes in them. Matt, which one do you want to try? Because we're going to try.
Yeah, we're going to try them all right now.
Chai
latte.
The one on
the pistachio.
Pistachio. It's been a winner.
All right, there you go.
Thank you.
And I like vinegar.
Do it. That's my favorite.
And I'm gonna try this one. Yeah. So we're gonna make Matt. You can make a comment, even though like you're not in front of the camera, because we value your opinion.
That is delicious.
It's delicious, people. What do you think?
The cranberry has a nice little bite to it.
A little zing.
A little zing. Is it carbonated?
Yes.
All right, so I'm going to be burping after that, but that's all right. That's okay. So this would pair, do you do like turkey sandwich something or whatever?
We have a chicken sandwich on the menu, and we
Sound
actually
like
offer that
Thanksgiving.
chicken sandwich as a wrap at Logi's as well. House-made herb aioli, cheddar cheese, roasted chicken, and greens.
Yeah, you know what's really nice is this is not really, really sweet.
No.
So I can actually taste all of the things that are in there.
Yeah, so
which I
because
really
we
appreciate
do
it.
local, our menu kind of rotates seasonally. So the cranberry will be coming off. That was one of our winter shrubs, along with the apple. And then as soon as we can get strawberry, we'll have strawberry soda on, blueberry,
Wow.
mixed berry, blackberry, peach.
So it sounds like you're very committed to the scratch sourcing and all that kind of
Yes.
stuff. Why is that important to you?
Oh, I just think that supporting local agriculture and local farms is so important, especially now. I mean, like supporting small businesses is so important. The farmers need to make their way, and we can't do it without them.
True. No food, no farms, no food.
No farms, no food.
Right.
So yeah, always supporting local, trying never to buy from a big store, and you also then you know how your food's made, where it comes from. I think that's really important.
Yeah, and what's in it. So, like, if you have allergies or you have sensitivities, all right, you're dying to hold this up. So she keeps
good looking.
picking this plate of this food up. So, what's in the plate? Describe what's on there.
This is our blue melt. So it's one of the sandwiches that is available in Webster and is also in the Logi's location as a wrap. It's on our house-made wheat flatbread, cheddar, blue cheese, sliced apples,
Ooh.
greens, and whole grain honey mustard that we also make in-house.
Oh my gosh!
And you're going to bite it and then just zoom in on Ruth's face.
Wow, what don't you make? All right, I will bite it, and then you can zoom in on my face.
Yes.
Matt, I'll save half for you because there's half here. So here it is, right?
The perfect amount of blue cheese. It's also a winter staple, so once tomatoes are available, it'll change to the caprese.
How did you know I like stone ground mustard?
That's how we make
How
it.
did you like? How did you know
how
this?
we do it, Ruth.
How? Oh, that is a great combination.
It's perfect.
How'd you come up with this?
I don't know.
Little blue cheesy, little mustardy, little sweet, crunch because of the greens in there.
Good.
I hate to put it down.
You don't
But-
have to.
Matt, the other half is yours
Oh, thank you.
because we do like you. All right, what else did you bring in? Because I'm not going to eat this all on the air. I'm going to eat this later. Thank you so much for bringing that.
Absolutely, yeah. I'm happy you
wanna
guys
talk
could
about-
try it.
Oh, yeah.
Perfect amount.
Wow, that's great.
Thank you.
That's a great combo. I never put blue cheese in stuff, you know? That is You had two cheeses, right?
Blue cheese and cheddar. And it's not too much blue cheese. I don't really love blue cheese, but I think that that's the perfect amount to just complement the sandwich and not overpower the palate.
Well, and blue cheese is very pungent, very strong, and cheddar kind of mellows it a little bit.
A little
more.
bit.
Very
And the
nice.
Mustard, it's all
Excellent.
working.
You guys, are you getting hungry out there in Radio Land? It's dinner time. All right, go ahead.
We're
go
not
on.
open right now, but
Yeah,
you can
yeah,
find
yeah.
us at 8 in Webster. So
All right.
we have our sour cream coffee cake, which is a family recipe of mine. We have a couple of those family recipes on the menu. It's super popular. Cinnamon and sugar ribbon in the middle. We make those every week. I also brought a box of some other baked goods. We've got ginger molasses cookie, chocolate chip. Our scone right
You
now
want
is
to tip
a
it towards the camera? So
chai
people can see?
scone.
A chai scone.
And then we have a vegan scone. We always have a vegan scone, and right now it's sweet potato.
There's a sweet potato scone in there? Mm-hmm. Oh, that's the one I'm going to try. Yeah, definitely. And it has icing on it. Oh, this makes me so happy. I love something crunchy on top of things, so I'm holding that up. So it's about, I don't know, 3-inch diameter. Is that
Yep.
about right? Yeah. And you have a nice layer of, what kind of icing is on there?
I think it's maple.
Maple?
Staff kind of chooses their own adventure.
I'm
in the morning.
smelling things. I'm smelling things. Matt, you want to try it? Should I break it off?
Well, sure.
Jenna? Yeah? All right, because I know sometimes you don't feel the love on certain things, but ooh. And look at, can you zoom in on this? This just proves that there really is sweet potato in this lovely baked good. There's a nice hunkin' chunk in there. I'm not complaining, okay? Here.
Oh, thank you.
Try it. Try it. Here, do you want to break off a piece too? 'Cause
Do I want a piece?
We shouldn't eat alone. Here.
That's a really big piece for me.
All right. I mean, all right. I'm going to try it.
Pretty good. For vegan delight.
Vegan.
No eggs, no dairy,
Vegan never tasted so good.
no butter.
How can anything without those things taste good?
I don't know, lady.
Should it taste like a cardboard box or not? No, not at the Rose Room.
Not at the Rose Room. No. So this is It started off as a beet scone,
I love beets.
and
That's
it's
great.
just evolved over time.
Do you do beets?
We would do beet. So the base of it is pureed, whatever the product is. So we've done strawberry, we've done beet, carrot, sweet potato, squash.
Okay, so this counts as eating our vegetables.
Yeah, I'd say so.
I really like that icing.
Thank you.
I know some people don't like things that sweet, but I could just get a spoon and eat that. Well, I'm not going to eat all the cookies on the air. Matt, do you want to try this coffee cake thing? Because I want to hear Jess talk about her backstory, like what was happening before you were doing
Sure.
the Red Rose Room, and that way while you're talking we can eat.
Eat up. Help yourselves. Yeah, it's all for you. Sure. So I started working in coffee in college, and I worked at a place in Philadelphia while I was in school. Not really in Philly proper, but in the suburbs. And that's where my love for coffee really began. I started being really interested in making latte art and how coffee was prepared. And I ended up eventually moving to Colorado, and I lived in Colorado for 6 years, and I worked in a coffee shop there. And I helped manage the kitchen a little bit there, and I learned to bartend there, and it was a really fun time in my life, and it was a long stint at one place, and I feel like I just learned so much. I learned a lot in Philadelphia, and then I was able to learn a lot more in that 6-year time in Colorado. When I left, I moved to Nantucket, and I helped open a cafe there briefly.
Wow, you have been around. Oh, my goodness.
And I worked at a roastery for a short amount of time. And then when I met my husband, we moved to Portland, Maine, and I worked in a cafe there. And so I just had a lot of experience, gained a lot of experience from a lot of different avenues. I don't have a business degree. I don't have a culinary degree. And I just felt like I really wanted to open my own place. And my husband has a background in fine dining.
Wow.
And when we met, we started looking for a place. We were looking in Maine, and nothing was panning out. We couldn't find the right space. We couldn't get the funding that we needed. And I actually ended up getting pregnant with my first daughter, and we moved back to Dudley because that's where my parents are. So when we moved back, our location in Webster kind of just showed itself, and it was really serendipitous, and it was very simple, and we just said yes. And any sane person would probably have said no, but we didn't.
That's a very long history of coffeeness.
Yeah, 18 years I've been making coffee.
That's a long, actually that's a long history of being in a service type of industry.
I've never really been in any other industry, so that's
So
what
you
I
were
know.
a servant. You like serving people.
I do. I think hospitality is really important, and I think it's kind of a lost art.
I agree.
Anyone can serve. Anyone can press a button on a computer and hand you what you ask for, but it takes a really special place to be there for you, you know? And that's what we try to do at the Rose Room every day, is to be the place that you call home, be that third space.
Yeah.
Create a place where people feel really safe and welcome, even if they're unsure about the menu and they don't really understand it. Like, hello, hi, from anywhere in the place. You walk in the door, we're yelling your name. And yeah, providing that next level hospitality and giving an experience that people want to talk about.
So I want to comment on your coffee cake. What kind of flour do you use for that?
We use a pastry flour from Farmer Ground.
Where's that?
It's in upstate upstate New York company.
This is really it's dense, but it's a melt in your mouth in a flavor.
The same thing, it like melted in my
Really?
mouth. It was really good.
Yeah. Yep. And you don't feel like you're getting gypped because like a coffee cake should have some heft to it.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be like full of air bubbles and stuff like that. If you want that, go get a Twinkie. I mean, that's disgusting.
Don't go get a Twinkie.
Don't get it. Okay, you heard it here. Don't get a Twinkie. I love the cinnamon, and I'm a cinnamon freak, so I really liked that, and I think Matt, you did too.
Yeah, it was great. Yeah.
Is there
Thanks, Matt.
is there any sour cream in there?
Yes.
So that one is not a vegan.
No, that's the only vegan one. Pastries are better with butter and sour cream in them.
I know.
They really are.
They are. So talk about a little bit more about your menu, some of the items that you have, and how people can. I know you already talked about locations, but I want people to find you in all three of them.
Sure.
So go for it again.
Okay, so in Webster, Mass, we are open 7 days a week, 8 to 3, except for on Fridays. We're open late till 9 p.m.
Oh, that's nice.
We do a open mic karaoke mashup. And starting the first Friday in June, all the way through the end of September, we'll have our farmers market out front. So we'll have 6 to 8 farmers and vendors from 4 to 8 p.m. outside on Main Street. We're at 4 East Main. And we serve our full menu straight through all day. So breakfast and lunch, 8 to 3 or 8 to 9 on Friday. A couple different breakfast sandwiches, a couple different plates, some gluten-free breakfast plate options, and then a handful of lunch sandwiches as well. We always have a special. We've got our specialty coffee bar. We've got our house-made sodas, scratch-made pastries, cocktails. We have a liquor license in Webster.
You do? Oh my goodness.
Yep.
So like you can
Beer and wine.
liquorize the cranberry thing here?
We could. Gin, vodka, whiskey, all delicious in the cranberry shrub.
All right. Good to know. Remember that,
Noted.
guys? Remember that? Yeah, noted.
Okay, then we have our space in Providence, also open 7 days, 8 to 3. That's at 460 Wickenden Street, coffee and breakfast sandwiches. And then we're at Logie's with coffee and baked goods and some grab-and-go food Wednesday through Sunday, 9 to 3.
Do you have a favorite menu item? Or like, I know you say it changes with the seasons and stuff, right?
Some of them do. So the blue melt will go away shortly.
Sad. That's so sad.
It'll return. It always returns
All right,
in
all
the
right.
fall.
That's good to know.
Favorite menu item? I'd say the most popular menu items are the bacon, egg, and cheese. We make our own house-made English muffin.
That's
cheddar,
impressive.
Vermont bacon, 2 local eggs, the yolks and spuds, which I was talking about. So it's a smashed potato, which is like our version of a home fry or a breakfast potato. Dressed greens, 2 sunny side up eggs, goat cheese. It's a winner.
That sounds awesome.
My favorite?
Yeah.
Maybe the blue melt. I mean, I brought it. And we also have a meatball melt.
You
that
do
has-
meatballs too?
Yes, 3 beef meatballs that
Ah.
it's not a saucy sandwich. It's made on that flatbread with cheddar and herbed aioli.
You have a very diverse menu,
Yeah, it's fun.
don't you? Very diverse. So you must not either you bore easily because and you have to mix things up, or you like to play in the kitchen. You know, like to do the
It's
variety
fun.
thing. It is fun.
It is fun. And we have a really
I so agree.
We have a stable menu that we have a great menu. People love the food that's on that menu.
Well,
so.
and I'm sure you're not bored. So you know,
Bored.
how many people do you employ? Is it just you doing all this, or?
So I do all of the baking of the treats and sweets.
Okay.
And we share the load of the yeast breads. So we make an oat and molasses roll. We make English muffins.
I love molasses. Yeah.
And we make the flatbread. I also make a honey and buttermilk biscuit. That's on our menu. And everyone shares that. And we have 10 people, including myself, on the team between Webster and Logie's in Danielson.
Wow.
And then I have 4 folks that work in the Providence location.
Wow, that's amazing. And to think I was just 10 minutes from there this morning when I was in Providence. If I would have known that, I could have zipped. Would you have been there or would it have been your employees that were there?
No, I don't go to Providence very often.
You don't go to there?
No.
Oh, okay. All right.
That's managed.
Are there any new things coming up in the future? Anything you'd like to spill about at all? Any secrets that you'd like to...
Secrets. She wants the
Or
gossip.
how about like okay, let's say not secret. How about like, is there a hint you'd like to give of perhaps something coming up in the future? Summer something or
Well,
whatever?
So Logies will be done at the end of June, and we're kind of looking for another home for July through Christmas time. So we're picking up a lot of catering. So smaller sized weddings. We do a really nice grazing board, so you have a big table with cheeses and spreads.
I
and
love those. I think those
meats.
I think those are awesome.
And
Can't go wrong with that.
Yeah. So we're looking to book more catering, and there's a form on our website that you can fill out if you're looking to book. We're also working closely with Little Dipper Farm and doing some pop-ups there with their art lab and then their Thursday night market series that they'll be doing in the summer.
That's very exciting. So where's the best place for people to go to get all of the information about the Rose Room? Where's the best place as far as...
You can go to our website, theroseroomcafe.com, and then the Instagram, we're really active on Instagram. So that's at the Rose Room Cafe.
Awesome. I'm really sad to see this episode end because there's so much more food on the table and so many more things to try and so many things to comment about. But
Thank you, Ruth.
Matt says we're almost out of time. Oh, now he's holding up one finger. That is so not right. You know, I don't come in here very often. No, I'm just kidding. It's been a
I really
pleasure.
appreciate it, yeah.
It's been a pleasure. Really wonderful quality food, really great tasting, creative menu. But you got something there for the people who want traditional stuff. You know, some people love that coffee cake. You know, that's kind of a traditional.
Coffee cake and bacon, egg, and cheese.
Yep, there you
nice
go.
Black coffee. Never do you wrong.
I know, and I got to try the coffee drink. This one's a coffee drink, right?
This is the chai.
That's chai. All right, well, Matt, you're going to be the only one who's jacked up today, huh?
I didn't have my coffee this morning.
All right. Now you really needed it. Well, this is Ruth Hartunian Nalaba, otherwise known as Ravings and Cravings. I am signing off today here on Good Company, WILI.